Okay, good morning. Yeah. So then, I'm talking about another topic now. Another topic. Well, it looks like if you think about things long enough, things make sense, and if they do, they usually don't. But a comedy could happen. A comedy could happen. Maybe some things might make sense on a simple plane, like a plane, like writing on paper, but not on paper logic. Almost like a plane type of logic, like a logic that is plane-like planes of reality. Now, in a plane of reality, there could be the natural selection people who create a lot of stuff that I that I think is like natural selection. All right, what natural selection for me is like you come from nowhere and you're here, you're on the planet. There could be people that organize dimensions, reality as omniplanes, all that stuff. And then there could be the time people. This is a comedy. These are comedies of the existor. Comedies of the existor. There could be people that create Earth time for people. Exactly. It's uncanny that a lot of major time ends on like decades, like 2020, 1980. And then it can be shifted from like the 1500s. It's funny. Because if you go by time clocks, people are on all one main time clock. It has to make sense that way. There could be things maybe that aren't people either, by the way. It's a sci-fi show too. Now comedies could happen. The Earth doesn't care about all this minutia, and she can. The Earth, according to my book, The Existor, or this sci-fi mantra. The thing is, a sci-fi mantra that the existor could be a little is this: when you think that there's people governing people or things governing things, it does happen that way. It's a comedy. One book on it that I have read a little is called Entangled Minds by Dean Radin. It's about sociology, a little like layman sociology. The more you know about stuff, the more complex things get, and then you don't know nothing. So really, it's comedy. It's a comedy, because really, one person's perspective has no power. No power. So what is the point? Why do people if people agree and think, and then they can gather? Well, it's a complex story, but this is interesting. Why it's interesting? Why I'm bringing it up? I'll tell you why. I actually think at this point I have some perspective in this sci-fi account. In the sci-fi mantra. Listen, it looks like this. If there's natural selection people, which I've mentioned in the existor already, and then there's time people, just think about that. Time maybe greater than people, much more powerful. They can organize people in various situations that are not equative. The grand scheme, though, does not equate. Another comedy could be this. I'll bring this up too. This is great. This is another scary one. This is sci-fi. What if people could become planets? What if that's the agenda, and no one's conscious of it? No one's, not even myself, really. What if we're all in this? That's comedy. And then, not in the most pleasant way, maybe more pleasant. This is a comedy that's very scary, because none of us really have a consciousness that we would know too much, really, because we're too minimal. But when we become the whole entire thing, that could be one agenda in a sci-fi, scary sci-fi. But what's better to say is probably not.